has jobs.
Nope.
No.
So
We all lost them on the same day.
everyone lost their jobs on the same day. All of their jobs. So Ray worked for O and what was the other one? Absinthe. So what was like the first thing that you found out when you might lose your job? Like, how did this all start for you?
As soon as Cirque announced that they were stopping touring shows altogether and Vegas was the only thing running, that was like the Monday of the week of Friday the 13th. So whatever that Monday was, I think was the Monday they closed all the touring shows.
Yeah.
So that week we went down to one show a night instead of 7 and 9:30. We just did 7 o'clock shows. Or that's what the plan was going to be after. We continued our week as normal. We did Friday, Saturday, 2 shows. And then Saturday at 5, we got an email, 5 p.m. So like everyone was already at work. We got an email that MGM was planning to just shut down all operations completely.
Yeah.
And that the show had to stop. So the artists weren't told until 6 o'clock. And they were on stage doing their last 2 shows by 7.
Ooh.
And then we were told initially that we were going to keep our jobs as scheduled for the next week. So my schedule is usually Saturday to Tuesday. I work 4/10s. And Saturday night is when they fired Cirque. Sunday I came in at 10, spent the whole day just doing nothing. And then like the casino shut down. They shut off all the slot machines, everything. And then Sunday they laid everybody else off. So like the boutique, the box office, everybody else. And then that was the day like everyone didn't have a job.
Yeah. So you were like working halfway for Cirque du Soleil and halfway for MGM?
I worked full-time for at Bellagio box office, and then just part-time because I have 3 days off a week at Absinthe. So I usually fill it over there.
Yeah.
And I usher over there.
So on the internet it says Cirque du Soleil lays off 4,679 employees, 95%, basically just keeping the corporate people in Montreal, basically. Maybe some corporate people here. Jess, did you just get hired by Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, so I was at headquarters actually when all of this happened.
In Montreal, right?
Yeah, in Montreal. I was training to go work on a cruise ship in Italy and Spain and France. Yeah, so I was there for 2 weeks. We were supposed to leave on Friday the 13th, and on Thursday, so the day before we were supposed to leave, we were told that we were being sent home.
Yeah.
So that was Thursday, and then it took like maybe a week for me to get my flight back.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and it was just like a huge mess. Headquarters was the saddest place I've ever been. Yeah, because every single person there was being sent home. Some people for a year, some people for a month, you know, so it was like surreal to see everything just kind of like crumble right in front of us, you know.
Yeah. How many other people were there at headquarters?
I mean, the whole residency was full. So, I mean, hundreds and hundreds. There were 2 creations going on, another one that was about to start. And then, like, all the people that are there for rehab or, like, are just now getting integrated into shows. So, I mean, hundreds.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you know how long your contract was going to be?
Yeah.
Had that all gone through?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be for 6 months, from the 13th to the middle of October. And as of now, like, we were only supposed to be out for 4 weeks. But I just read something online yesterday that the cruise ship has like closed indefinitely. So we don't really know like what's happening or when we're going to go back.
That is crazy. So pretty
Yeah.
much any cruise ship is probably out of business right now for
Yeah,
a
at least
long
until
time.
April 30th, like every cruise ship in the world is closed. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if,
Hopefully on April 30th everything goes back to normal though.
fingers crossed,
I
man.
hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring the mic a little closer to you?
Yeah,
Sweet.
there we go.
Yeah. And Allie, at least your shows are still on for summer, right? At SeaWorld?
Yeah, as of
Crossing
yesterday,
fingers.
SeaWorld is still on track to start. I think our first day is April 28th.
April 28th?
I mean, it's kind of it's up in the air. I have no idea, but as of yesterday, we're still on. So
Ooh.
I'm really, really hoping it happens. And SeaWorld does have a long training rehearsal period time. So hopefully if it can't start end of April, maybe we can start, a little bit later into May. So we have some time to play with, but
Yeah, and you guys have the 6-week period where you just swim and do trample, right?
yeah. It's 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. People get in the best shape of their life. 4 hours of Chinese pole a day, 4 hours of tramp wall, swimming, running stairs every day. It's a lot, but it's basically like summer circus boot camp, and you're in San Diego. Your office is Mission Bay, so you can't really complain.
That sounds fun. I've always thought it was kind of weird how they pick out people for that show that don't have tramp wall backgrounds or do any tramp wall really at all. But it seems like everyone picks it up pretty fast, right?
Yeah, a lot of the time, what SeaWorld does is they usually pick people who they think would fit well in the cast, people who are trainable, who fit the mold for, the personalities that are within the cast.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody always figures it out.
I mean, you kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But 6 weeks practicing every single day, you could be pretty good at tramp wall at that. Like after that, as long as you have like a solid gymnastics background, which is why I feel like they just pick people with good form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is sometimes it's so much conditioning and pole, people get injured really early in the season. We had people last season who didn't even do a show last year.
But do they get paid, do you think?
They get paid.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean,
as long as they're at work, they get paid.
Yeah, when they get hurt, right?
Yeah.
That's always nice when there's companies that are like big enough to where they can like actually cover you.
Well, we thought that.
Except for Cirque du Soleil.
Except for the biggest company, couldn't figure it out. It sounds like they laid everyone off as a knee-jerk reaction so that we could all file for unemployment. But that's kind of turning out to be a disaster in and of itself. I filed right away. Some of my coworkers, some artists haven't even filed yet, and there's 200,000 plus applications already being submitted just for Nevada alone.
Yeah, I tried to file last night and it wouldn't go through.
Like the website's down, right?
Yeah.
Too many
There's so much, and I told everyone, I was like, you need to file as soon as possible. We've had a layoff date because people are thinking that just because we're getting 2 weeks pay from MGM, Cirque's not getting any pay as far as I'm concerned. I don't think anyone's getting paid at all.
Nope.
Until we're back and running, and our first on sale date at this point isn't until May 1st.
Oof.
And it's, what's today? Friday the 21st?
Yep, 21st.
So we've got like a month and a half.
Do you guys think
minimum.
Some of these shows will be closing indefinitely?
That's kind of our thought. So our thought process at Bellagio is the Bellagio is going to struggle if O isn't there. We make almost like, I don't know the numbers exactly, but we make a large percentage of the profit margin that's brought in for that property, because we usually sell out and we're really expensive.
Yeah.
So I think no matter what happens, we might have a Le Rêve situation where like either Blackstone or MGM might pick up the show. It might change. I don't know what Dragon like owns or doesn't or whatever, but there will be a show in that theater at some point when the Bellagio opens back up. Whether it's Cirque du Soleil or not, the theater's probably going to stay. It's too expensive to take down, and what else are we going to put there? So someone's got to pick up something. And that's like shows like Ka need to worry a little bit because their sales are not as strong.
They had a really expensive
but their
stage too.
is so expensive.
Yeah.
That would just be an absolute nightmare to take out.
If there's that would take a long time, and that would cost a lot of money. And that, I mean, you can't really take that stage anywhere else. That's only for that show. All the parts are pretty much useless.
Right.
It was pretty custom.
You would have to develop a different show to adapt to that stage.
Yeah.
Which might not be their worst option if they wanted to like change it.
Yeah.